Hello, I'm Assad Ahmed. Thousands of people living with HIV take a daily pill to manage the virus. It is effective, but taking the pill daily can present problems. But now, after a global study conducted with the help of a University of London professor, the daily pill could become weekly. Lakshmi Gopal has been finding out why that matters. Well, that's it for now. Plenty more on our website and on BBC London's social media platforms. I'm back at 10:25 with our next news. Bye-bye.
Hello, good evening and welcome to BBC Newsline. Photographs and an effigy of First Minister Michelle... Hello, good evening and welcome to BBC Newsline. Photographs and an effigy of First Minister Michelle O'Neill, along with unionist symbols and flags, were burnt on bonfires in Londonderry last night. In a social media post, Ms O'Neill said she would not be deterred, distracted or intimidated. The PSNI said they are treating the incidents as sectarian-motivated hate crimes. Rory O'Reilly has more. Now, our next BBC Newsline is at 10:25 tonight. Until then, you can keep up to date with the BBC News NI website and with Radio Ulster. From everyone on the team, goodbye.
Good evening. With our fire crews are tackling wildfires across Wales, members of the army have been sent in to support the firefighters. South Wales Fire and Rescue Service say they're under severe pressure and have been dealing with blazes across 14 separate areas, including a large forestry fire above Treherbert, from where Craig Duggan reports. And that's Wales Today. We'll be back with our late programme just after the 10 o'clock news. Until then, thanks for joining us. Dabo, goodbye.
East Midlands, I'm James Lewer. First this evening, campaigners fighting for a 30-mile stretch of electricity pylons through Derbyshire say compensation proposals are an insult. The government says any household living within 500 metres of a new pylon will be eligible for £2,500 off their electricity bills, split over 10 years. But opponents say that won't make up for the impact on the landscape, house prices and disruption. Rob Sissons has more. That's all from the team for now. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Tom Williams. 35 firefighters have been tackling a warehouse blaze in Harage. It's believed to have been full of cardboard boxes, forklifts and labelling machines. It comes as our fire crews have been left under incredible pressure in the extreme heat. Here's Zoe O'Brien. That's all for now. There's more news on the app. Ben Rich has your national weather forecast next. We'll be back just after the national news at 10:20 later. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
For joining us. A man has died after being bitten by a dog in Wakefield. Police say it happened during an altercation and they're appearing for witnesses. Detectives say a post-mortem will take place to determine the victim's cause of death. A German Shepherd dog has been seized and a man has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Olivia Richwald sent this report earlier. Thanks, Nina. Quite nice to see what the weather's doing in other places. That's it from the Tea Time team. I'll be back with your late bulletin tonight as part of the 10 o'clock news. Goodbye.
Good evening, I'm Amy Thompson. Farmers across our region are being encouraged to vaccinate their livestock as the first case of the potential deadly Bluetongue virus has been identified in East Yorkshire. The virus is spread by biting midges and affects sheep, cattle, goats and deer. The National Farmers Union says it's working closely with the government following the latest outbreak. Susie Lawson reports. Thank you, Nina. That's it for now then. I'll be back with your late bulletin at 10:25. Do join me if you can. In the meantime, have a lovely evening.
Good evening and welcome to Look North. I'm Adam Powell. The medical director of the regional NHS is urging young people celebrating their A-level results this week and heading off to university to have their meningitis B vaccinations before they leave home. A one-off summer vaccination programme is underway following the deaths of 3 young people in southern England earlier this year. First-year students are 7 times more likely to contract meningitis than other people of the same age.
It's because when you...
So far this Sunday afternoon, Look North. We'll be back at around 10:20 tonight. Join me if you can. Bye-bye for now.
Welcome to Midlands Today. I'm Amy Cole. Residents have been assessing the impact of the fires in the region, both in Stourbridge and also in Birmingham, where the clean-up is underway after a fire which started in Parkland spread to nearby houses in Bostock, forcing dozens of residents to flee. It happened on the Gorleston Road, where several properties were overcome with flames. Chris Deers reports.
3 days.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Hello and good evening from Northwest Tonight. A gang suspected of murdering a man in Liverpool are still committing crime in the same area 4 years on, according to detectives. Sam Rimmer was struck by one of 8 bullets fired from a submachine gun from the back of an electric bike in Dingle 4 years ago. 10 arrests have been made, but police are appealing for information about 4 men riding on the back of 2 bikes, one of which was the gunman.
We can...
Good evening, I'm Madeline Ware. Welcome to Points West. An elderly woman has died in a house fire in Gloucester early this morning. A woman in her 60s has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Alice Bouverie reports from the scene. And that's it. I'm back with the late news at 10:25 tonight. Until then, have a lovely evening. Bye for now.
Hello, good evening. A scientist involved in the development of Scotland's super hospital has claimed his concerns over patient safety were repeatedly ignored for more than a decade. Dr. Michael Bradnam has told the Scottish Hospitals Inquiry he spent 15 years raising issues with the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Glasgow. Well, NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde says patient safety remains the utmost importance. Ben Phillip has the story. And thank you for that. And that is all for now. We're back with more BBC Scotland at 7 from all of us. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good evening, welcome to South East Today. I'm Ian Palmer. The railway line between Lewis and Haywards Heath will remain closed for at least another 10 days. as teams recover a train which derailed last Thursday. Passengers are being urged to check before they travel and use alternative routes where possible. It comes as disruption continues elsewhere in the southeast, with the line between Oxted and Uckfield still closed after a track defect was discovered yesterday. Southern says services on that route are expected to return to normal tomorrow. Peter Whittlesey reports. That's it for the weekend, team. We will be back, of course, a little after 10. Do join us if you can, but for now, bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Alan Sinclair with the news now here in the south. It's been burning for an entire week. The New Forest fire, which started on the A31 last Sunday, is continuing to cause chaos for motorists and for businesses. But while fire crews deal with hotspots and flare-ups, there's concern today that attempts by some to help free-roaming animals could be doing them more harm than good. Jamie Morris reflects now on what's been a challenging period. News is at 10:25 tonight. Join us then. Bye for now.
Hello, I'm Eve Watson. Thanks for joining us. First this evening, the Prime Minister says vaccinations are top of his agenda as cases of the Bluetongue virus are continuing to surge. The virus is carried by infected midges and has been seriously affecting livestock. There are currently more than 400 farms affected across the region. Farmers say more available vaccines would help. Well, that's it from me so far this evening. I'll be back at around 10:30 with your late news. I'll meet you back here. Bye-bye for now.